So, okay, Mind Masters and founder director of Mind Academy, Shri Muralikrishnan sir. Once again, hearty welcome to Mind Academy's Mind Guru session. Mind Guru, a place where the efforts from all the mind masters are put in order to have an holistic transformation process and journey. So transformation is not a single day event. It happens through a process, and it's glad to have all the mind masters back in the midst being part of the process for yet another Mind Academy's Mind Guru session. So it's my pleasure to welcome all of you in this wonderful occasion. Thank you. As Muralikrishnan sir was telling, it's not in the pursuit of being the perfect. It's not in the pursuit of just dreaming. It's not in the pursuit of just thinking about, will I be able to do it? It's always in the pursuit of doing and doing it regularly. That's when the whole transformation happens slowly and steadily. 11 months before, near about September 5th, the journey embarked. We all started this process of Mind Guru, the holistic transformation program. As we were speaking, most of you have started progressing in some track or the other. On a normal, regular day, the general thought process happens out to be, we can transform quickly and swiftly. But the last 11 months would have been a testimony that transformation takes step by step, brick by brick, but it also takes with some time. It doesn't happen instantaneously. And it's also good to undergo that process, isn't it, Mind Masters? So the key here is this journey, this transformation, this process could be breathtaking, it could be tedious, it could be hectic, but believe it is important to go through this process if we are aspiring to have our own legacy left behind. If we are trying to have this transformation, then this journey is very important and significant. So with that note, it gives me immense pleasure in welcoming Mind Academy's Mind Guru's Chief Executive Officer, Mind Master Manav, to address the gathering. Over to you, Mind Master Manav.
Thank you, Bala sir, for the wonderful introduction. Never put off till tomorrow what may be done day after tomorrow just as well. This was said by Mark Twain. Good evening, everyone. On today's interaction, I'd like to speak on how to stop procrastinating. If you are looking for effective ways to beat procrastination and finish your tasks timely, these 3 tips are for you. Eliminate distractions. First and most important, don't try to fool yourself. There's little chance that exam preparations with your friends will get you anywhere. Surely it's more fun, but your focus will be sparse and fluctuating as you'll be interacting with others. Close all those social media tabs. Put your phone on airplane mode. What can possibly happen if you miss a snap of your best friend's vegan lunch? And try to study in a clean, uncluttered space. A mess around you equals to a mess in your hand. Work when you feel most alert and efficient. Most of us hate waking up early, but society and school have tricked us into thinking that this is the only way you can be effective. Well, what if you start working at noon and finish later? Let's say at 9 p.m. instead of being sleepy for the whole day and feeling exhausted by lunch. Listen to your body clock and notice when you yawn less. Don't torture yourself with Red Bulls and espressos. It's better to sleep for a couple more hours and stay alert for a long later that day. Motivation is the key. Lastly, no external motivation like me giving the speech will make you more motivated than seeing progress. Human beings are usually capable of much more than they can imagine. So instead of finding excuses to avoid studying or leaving work till the last minute, visualize a bigger picture. There's three possible outcomes of achieving your goals and always keep them in mind. Note that these outcomes should be serious enough to give you an extra kick. The hardest part is to start, as you'll be waiting for the perfect moment and a line starts. But once you start, you won't stop, as Newton taught us in physics. So stop overthinking and prepare for work. Actually, do the work. Good luck with killing that procrastination fever. Now, I'll be reading our agenda for today. Our star of the day for today's meeting is Mindmaster Aisha. We'll have a workshop by Murli Krishnan sir. Then we'll have an extempo session by Mindmaster Anaga. Then we'll have an evaluation session by Mindmaster Umer, and then I'll be giving the closing remarks. Now it's time for me to hand over the lectern to the star of the day, Mindmaster Aisha. Over to you.
Thank you, my Master Mana. Small steps in the right direction can turn out to be the biggest step of your life. I repeat, small steps in the right direction can turn out to be the biggest step of your life. Good evening, fellow Mindmasters and Mindfulness. I am Mindmaster Aisha, and today I'll be the star of the day for today's Mindfulness session. Before we get into the session, I would like to read India's leads in Olympics. Javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra won a historic athletics gold medal to become India's second ever individual Olympic gold medalist after shooter Abhinav Bitra. Wrestler Bajrang Punia won a bronze as India equaled their best ever Olympic medal haul of 6 medals. Golfer Aditi Ashok narrowly missed out on a medal by finishing fourth in the women's individual stroke. So now India has got 7 medals, 1 gold medal, 2 silver, and 4 bronze. So now let us get into our session. Sir, I think my master Shashwat is absent, so should we continue with speech session?
Yeah, I think we are yet to be joined by Mindmaster Shashwat, Mindmaster Aisha. So I think we can proceed with the workshop. Once he joins, maybe we can listen into his speech.
So now we have a workshop by Murli Krishnan sir. He's the founder director of Mind Academy. Please help me welcome Murli Krishnan sir.
Thank you, Mindmaster Aisha, for that grand start, I would say. Okay, grand start indeed. Because of two things. One is the quote itself was really great. Small steps in the right direction can become your biggest step. And indeed, a great, profound thought. It is. I always felt that it is these small steps that we take that matters in our life, not the big ones. And even the big ones, it's a collection of all those small steps. So if we are able to do that on a daily basis, on a continual basis, that is what's going to change all our lives. Great thought. And I must really commend you for bringing in the even what happened just an hour back, or maybe a couple of hours back, to this podium. Hats off to you about the I could have I understand if you had included all the other 6 medals, but the gold which is coming at the last moment, you included it in your speech. That speaks volumes about your preparation and adding things that is rightly needed for the current situation. Thanks a lot, Mindmaster Aisha, for that grand start. Indeed, a great moment for all of us, right? Sitting here, having a long list of 7 medals, that too gold for the first time. I think we bagged all the 3: gold, silver, and bronze, especially in Olympics. So proud moment. Congratulations to each one of you sitting here. Indeed, a great moment for all of us, and thanks a lot for bringing it here. And now, before we move on to the workshop as such, it's not going to be a workshop or something. Of course, there will be learning at the end, but what we are trying to do today is to have an open discussion, have an interactive discussion, to understand, what we really should be focusing. As you said, this is also one small step that we are trying to take, so that we can conquer those bigger steps as we move forward. How many of you listened what I was talking during the initial before 4:30 segment? I was talking about information, knowledge, and wisdom. Yeah, Mind Master Umair. Thanks. And yeah, my thanks, Mind Master Kirtan. And for all the others who were here, let me start from there again. Sorry, Mind Master Kirtana, Umair, and I think Mind Master Anaga was also there. It's going to be a kind of repetition for you, but I think it's worth it for others, so that the whole basis of this workshop today that we are going to have is in fact based on these values that we are going to talk, values, or maybe you can say traits, or whatever it is. So it's about, what I was asking to all of them who were present here was, what is the difference between information, knowledge, and wisdom? Any answers except from those three who were there? If none of them are there, then I would request those three also to tell what it is, so that I know that you understood it well.
Sir, can I try?
Yeah, go ahead, Mind Master Shamita.
Yes, sir. Sir, information is just a set of details, but when we use it and when we try to bring it to our real life, it becomes knowledge. And when we practice it maybe every day, we'll achieve wisdom. Maybe it's in this way.
Excellent. That is what exactly what information, knowledge, and wisdom is. And we all know that. Thank you so much, Mind Master Shamita, for highlighting that. It's all like we all know that we live in this era of information era. We call it information era. And why is it so? It's information is available everywhere. Like you just go into Google and search, it will tell you everything. How to make a car, how to drive a car. And the classic example which I was mentioning before is how to swim. Even if you search how to swim, it will tell you how to swim. But with that, in that knowledge, can you just go and start swimming? No, right? Or even cycling, they'll tell you how to do cycling, how to ride a bicycle. With that information, can we go and ride a bicycle? No, right? So the theory part or the information that we have, which doesn't have any applicability, or maybe as long as if you don't try doing it, it is not going to be applicable for you. It is just a piece of information which is available everywhere. Just go and search Google. You know whatever you want to know, it's available. But the challenge here for all of us is to translate those information into knowledge. And how is that possible? That is possible when you start trying things. Like if you know how to swim, just have somebody for a safety purpose, go and jump into water. Then you will learn swimming. Whatever information you have, try to apply it in your life. There are so many things like, like maybe learning C++, learning Python. Maybe there are theoretical information, but as long as you don't go and do it, that remains in the information mode, or that remains in the just a theory. So my request to all of you here is to whatever information that you gather, whatever information that you get, be it from your friends, teachers, parents, or even from internet, take those good ones and see how best you can apply it in your life. And when you start applying it in your life, that is when the information starts getting translated into knowledge. And then when you start doing it repeatedly over and over again, you become an expert, right? Like, those swimmers, first time when you know how to swim, you just would have seen in a TV or in a video how swimming is. But when you are in the water, you know how to swim. You learn swimming. And when you start doing it repeatedly over and over again, you become an expert swimmer, or you become an expert bicycle rider, correct? And then when you are an expert, when you can share the knowledge to someone else in a right way, that is when the knowledge gets translated into wisdom. So in life, whatever comes to us, like whatever information that comes to us, try to convert that information into knowledge. And that is when you say convert it into knowledge, For everyone, it will be a different experience. Like for example, even swimming theory is same for all, but when you start swimming, it's a different experience for you. When someone else starts swimming, he would have a different experience, not the same experience that you will have. Correct? Some of them may just swim for the time pass. Some of them may swim and go and win gold medals in Olympics. Right? Both are swimming. So this relativeness for that particular subject with respect to your life is what the real knowledge is. How are you going to apply it in your life? That is what the real knowledge is. How somebody else is going to apply it in his life is not the knowledge that you need. Like swimming is same. Like for example, if somebody who is going to take swimming as a sport and go and win a gold medal, that is applicable for him. But for you, maybe swimming is an evening time pass with your friends, playing some games. So the purpose is different. So relatively, the information, whatever we have, the application of that information for you may not be same as that of others. So how this information is useful for you, that is what matters. And if you really look, this is applicable in anything and everything that we have in life. Somebody learning physics, or somebody learning chemistry, or somebody learning maths, it's a subject is same. Correct? Physics is not going to be different for Bala Angle and different for me. It's same. But how we are applying, I'm just telling physics and chemistry as examples here, but it could be anything in life. How am I going to utilize that information? That is my knowledge. Mind Master Shamida may use it in a different way. That is her knowledge. Mind Master Aisha may use it in a different way. That is her knowledge. But the subject is same. The theory is same. As long as if you are able to convert that information into knowledge that is really applicable to you, that is really related to you, that is when the information becomes knowledge. And then you expand, then you do again and again, you get more experience, you get more exposure, and that is when you translate that knowledge into wisdom. You all agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So do you think that you will be able to translate whatever you learn into knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We are going to speak something about information, knowledge, and wisdom in terms of Mind Guru. Frankly speaking, how many of you feel like, let me, now I think Balangal is the right person to do this session. Let me invite Balangal to take you all and see what is that we need to do in terms of translating information to knowledge with respect to Mind Guru. The point is like, each one of us, I would like to listen from each one of you, telling how can we take it to the next level. Now, probably what we are all doing is to go into information, come and speak about the information here, right? Correct? I'd like to bring your attention to two things. One, the message which I just now said is how are we going to translate it into knowledge? And point number two is something which we discussed it long back when we started this program, which is about 5 levels, about certain activity sheets and all those things. Okay. But before we go there, let me invite Bala and Gil to just have an interactive session with all of you so that we'll know what is your reflection about how can we translate it into the next level. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Bala, floor is all yours.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for this wonderful opportunity to interact with the energetic minds of mind masters in here. So let me begin with the director training of Mind Guru this season, Mind Master Shamita. So as we were discussing self-development, you're undergoing through a process of learning, gathering information, processing it, and probably learning through it. But how this information you feel could be translated into a knowledge? Because if you understood what Murli sir was telling you, you very well answered his question when he asked you to convert this information into knowledge and to one step ahead as wisdom. So which level are you and how is that you're trying to do it out?
Sir, you are asking only for me or in a common?
No. First, let us have individual approach. As a team, we will discuss later. As an individual, say for example, the track which you are currently working is self-development. So in that, how you are trying to convert this information into knowledge?
Yes. First, I would like to say that I research many papers or magazines to get more information about what I inferred. My first topic was the art of listening, and the second topic was never give up.
Mhm.
So I searched about many personalities, how they worked hard, and each and every point they never gave up, and they went forward in their life.
Wonderful.
So from this, I would like to take the information. Then in my life, what all I faced, and I would like to match with it, and then I would try to
Beautiful.
give it as a knowledge to everyone as well as for myself also.
Great. So this measuring mechanism is very important, which you rightly said. So are you doing that measuring?
Yes, sir, I do.
Great. So how do you do that?
Yes, sir. I'm like measuring means not exactly measuring, but for example, I would take a story and first go deep into that. Before going to the other one, first I would like analyze the first one, then I would go to another. So I can understand each and everything. So, like for example, a week I would go with 5 magazines, but
Mhm.
very deep into that.
Hmm. Great. That's a good way of converting your information into knowledge. So Mind Masters, I think you might have listened to this wonderful insight from Mind Master Shamita, how she is trying to introspect within herself, gaining the information, understanding where she stands, and rightly converting into a knowledge point. Wonderful thoughts, Mind Master Shamita. So great approach. Just stick on to it. And also far more important is go through those worksheets. Murli sir will be taking you through that in a short while. But way far important is just to focus on those minor elements which are there. So we will come into those specifics part of it. So which will help you in whichever best possible way to convert, making this conversion and this transformation slightly an easier one. All the best, Mind Master Shamita. Great going.
Thank you, sir.
Great. So now let's listen in from the CEO of Mind Guru, Mind Master Manav. How is that you are working on with respect to your information into knowledge, especially with the track wealth?
So I now like I'm at the learning stage. I'm learning how money works, how it. So my dad's asking me to read a lot of magazines like from Forbes India, Bloomberg,
Mhm,
Business Daily,
mhm,
lots of those magazines,
mhm,
and learning how the world works,
mhm.
how money works, how bank works, how the
Great.
stock market works, and how to like identify a stock in which like a company in which you would like to invest so that it gives you a lot of gains, how to identify it. So I'm kind of like in the learning phase right now.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So how you are planning to convert this information? So currently, what you're doing is gathering of information, correct?
Yes, sir.
So if you have listened to my master Shamita, what was fascinating about me to hear from her was she is trying to position herself where she stands. The importance of gathering this information is that to have the transformation happening. See, the whole Mind Guru is all about transforming in all 6 tracks.
Yes, sir.
So, and she is positioning herself in some place in self-development, and she is undergoing this process of transformation for self-development, which she will be going through for the other tracks as well. So, if I may take the same yardstick to you, how you are positioning yourself in this track wealth in as far as this conversion is concerned, my master Manav. How is that
Uh,
you're trying to
so
convert?
I'm not getting your question actually.
Okay, I will try to simplify it. So now you're getting the information.
Hmm.
So how you are trying to convert it into an knowledge? How is that you're trying? How is that you're planning to do it? You're collecting this information for some purpose, right?
Yes, sir.
So how
So
you're trying
that
to
like,
convert it?
so that in the future I'll be ready for all of this.
Mhm.
Yes.
So you feel that it is still a quite distance away as
Yes,
far as
sir.
this. Okay, wonderful, great understanding and realizing when the time is going to come is also very important, and glad to hear from you that you're waiting your time. Great. So
Yes, sir.
now let's listen in from Mind Master Kirtana, who has chosen relationship, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So how you are converting your information into wealth? Sorry, knowledge.
Sir, I read from some books here. I use those books. There are so many books, and there are some information about this. Reading that make me feel that, say, that protecting this nature is more than important. It's,
Mhm,
it's really important for us,
mhm.
for the future generations and all. So, and yes, that's making me feel more and more like going into
Conscious.
the nature and conscious about saving this nature and the protecting nature. And yes, I'm doing that now.
Great.
Um,
So for all the benefit of all the other mind masters, Mind Master Kirtana, she is in the spree of planting trees. Am I right, Mind Master Kirtana?
yes, sir.
And approximately how many number of trees you might have done so far, plantation?
I don't know, sir. We are just we. That's two main reasons of doing that. One, to make a garden, and two, that we can have a like a space, a shade,
True,
a
true.
shade.
Yeah, understood, understood. So the reason why I asked that question, Mind Master Kirtana, is like, if you share, see, now you're transforming that information into knowledge. And once, if you see the 5 levels of mastery, once you start to pass it on, then there sets a great inspiration story for others to follow. Great going, Mind Master Kirtana. Keep it up. But most important, relationship is one track. You're doing wonderful there. But also remember, there are 5 more important tracks as far as Mind Guru and life is all concerned about. Great going, Mind Master Kirtana. So now let's listen in from Mind Master Aisha. So how is that you are converting this information into knowledge process?
Sir, I have also selected the track relationship,
Beautiful.
and in that, I'm currently working on module 1, family.
Mhm.
So the topic is being a responsible member of your family.
Great.
So my mom always says that cleaning house and clean the kitchen is not only a mother's job. It's the job of all the people who live in a house. It's their house too. So my mom always says that. So this topic, especially this topic, can't be searched in Google. I feel like that.
Agree.
It should be written. What we feel like. So
Agree.
I personally collect the information from my mother, asking her, and my father too. So and combining them with what I feel. Then I will write down some rough lines. Then
Mhm.
I will compile it in nicely. Then I plan to do it like that. So, and how I convert it into knowledge is, doing it in our way itself is giving us half part of it. So, understanding it more and more, I think it will convert the knowledge, and practicing it little by little will convert the knowledge.
Great, Mind Master Aisha. Great going. You very rightly said that family is individuals' way of doing and getting things done. And you rightly said family is a place where you can't find information in Google. It has to be dealt and discussed within the family, and that's a right approach. So that is again an important thing. Knowing when to go and where to go for what is also very important. Great. And as you rightly said, this conversion process, the more you practice, the more you do, the more clarity it comes to you. And it's great that you're doing that, and also try to put in your focus on the other tracks to have a balanced approach to the whole process. Wonderful going, Mind Master Aisha. So let's listen in from Mind Master Anagha. How
Yes,
is
sir.
that transformation process you're taking through?
So mostly from Google we take information, and sometimes I ask my father about like if there is anything to change or something, and by doing mostly what I say is giving me knowledge about physical activities like walking and exercising mostly.
That's good. That's good. So you rightly said it's all about doing, getting the information as much as you want. It's not a big task in an information century. You can get all loads of information, terabytes of information is there in the internet, which is free, but it's in the doing which makes the whole difference. Wonderful, Mind Master Anaga. Now let's listen in from Mind Master Umair, how you are converting this information into knowledge. Career, how you are doing that transformation, Mind Master Umair.
Sir, first about my career, first I either search for it, or I ask some certified people who know this Python or fourth generation computer language. So I ask them, and then they tell me, and then what I do is I open the Python every day. Whatever they do, whatever they can tell me, I will also try to do it. And so also it's better than Google, because in Google you can get free information, but sir, like certified people, it's like if you're getting it from certified people, then it will be way better than getting from somebody or from
Very
Google
true.
who does not know anything.
So that's good approach, Mind Master Umair. So what I liked about Mind Master Umair's approach is listening to coaches and mentors is very important. Be it any track in life, that's a good approach which you're having currently, Mind Master Umair. Stick on to it. What's far more important is to be regular and consistent, which you are doing, but try to extend that approach to other spectrums as well, as far as the tracks are concerned. Take it to health, take it to relationship, take it to wealth, take it to goals and self-development.
Okay,
Is
sir.
it clear, Mind Master Umair? Great going. All the best.
Yes, sir.
So now let's listen into the new Mind Masters who have joined in. So let's start from Mind Master Shashwat. You have been hearing people saying that. Is there any specific track you are currently working upon, Mind Master Shashwat? I think so.
Yeah, basically, I'm working on health. Basically, that's the least I can do in this vacation, because, this is this going on pandemic and pandemic, and we have to sit inside, and I know that from September schools are reopening, but still for 1 month, I go to 5 a.m. yoga classes.
Wow.
And then I'm and basically converting information into knowledge. I'm basically googling some yoga asanas, and and my mother and father joining yoga classes. So sometimes I meditate with them, and we search different meditations. And then then because we sitting by sitting home, we get chubby and all. So to reduce the fat and all, we
Great.
I
So you Google it out or you practice it? What is that you do?
Google it out and practice it both.
Wonderful going, Mind Master Shashwat. You have started with health, as you rightly said, which is very important as far as, especially in this pandemic, is concerned. Great.
And my speech is also on health.
Wonderful. We will listen. After this workshop, we will listen to your speech. No worries
Okay.
about it. Yeah, great. So now let's listen in from Abdul Ahad. So a Mind Master who joined in the foray, and what is the track in which you are currently gathering the information, how you are thinking to convert it into a knowledge, Mind Master Abdul Ahad?
So as like Umesh said that he is learning Python, I'm learning a program known as Blender, sir. It is a program which you model things I don't know, something you model in it, like if you want to model a house in it.
Okay.
So that It's like a drawing, sir, but you are doing in a computer, and it's a complicated way to learn it. So I get these things while watching a movie. So I think that how they make these things, how they make these scenes, how they make an explosion. So these are all computer generated. So I search on these visual effect things. So I'm a big fan of these things and how they teach. So I'm currently learning Blender, how to do it and how to model. I'm going and I'm seeing the coaches teach these things. So it's going on, sir.
Wonderful. That's interesting angle to it. So it's related to architecture, right? Like, design and construction, right? My
Yes,
Master
sir.
Abdullah hai.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the mind masters who are in this session will be more than happy to listen what this whole tool is. Someday, once you get good hold of the knowledge, you can share and pass it on. That is when it
Of course, sir.
transforms into wisdom. Great.
Yes, sir.
Now, as they say, we reserve the best for the last. Now, why did I say so? We have a new mind master in our midst, mind master Uddhav Singha Mahapatra. Thank you for joining. So, mind master Uddhav, being the first day, you can tell about yourself, which grade you're studying, what your hobbies are. Just feel free. There is no right answers, there is no wrong answers. Whatever comes in your mind, share so thereby we can know more about you. Over to you, mind master Uddhav.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, my name is Uddhav, and my hobbies are to play guitar and to read books and all. Sir, I actually like to play guitar, no matter how in what mood I am. If I'm sad
Wow.
or happy. So if I'm sad, I get more happier. Like I get happy while playing guitar. My father's name is Sham Sundar, and my mother's name is Tanushri.
That's great. So we have two guitarists in the panel. I believe so. So wonderful. Thanks to have you in our midst, Mind Master Uddhav. So how you are converting this information into knowledge as far as playing a guitar is concerned? You are going through a learning process from some teacher, or you're learning it by yourself?
Sir, I'm going through my teacher actually.
That's wonderful. So great. So if you listen to all of the informations which have been shared, so there is a transformation is happening from information to knowledge in some tracks. But if you see, we are talking about 6 different tracks and how to have this transformation in a seamless way. That is what we will discuss in detail going forward in this workshop. So it's very important to understand what are all the key elements. You are going through the process, but there are certain factions which has to be considered consciously to have a better transformation. To take us forward in that, I invite Murali Krishnan sir to take us forward in that details aspect of it. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bala, for that very engaging session.
Thank you,
And
sir.
thanks to all the mind masters for very energetic engagement as well, highlighting all that you have gone through, how we are transforming information into knowledge and things like that. And welcome to this session, mind master Uddhav. So I'm really happy the way you talked about each track. Specifically certain things which I would like to mention about. There are keywords. I would just like to say the keywords which we just listened from each one of you, or probably most of you. Like, when Mind Master Shamita said about measure, it's a very key word. When you are able to measure what you're doing, that is very important. Our life, we always talk about self-management, how much of time that we have and things like that. So whenever we do certain things, whenever we are in such platforms, it's very important to measure ourselves. That's key point number one. And I'm trying to bring all these things put together to the whole program that we are conducting called Mind Guru, so that we will have a better focus towards whatever we are doing. So then the next thing which I like to mention is about about the learning phase and have a continual learning. That is one key that we always should have, that learning attitude. Anything that we see around, anything that we now today, we have another reason, right, for learning. So as we say, when it comes to listening skills, we always know that there are two kinds of listeners, right? What are they? Can anyone say? when it comes to learning, learning skills or listening skills, we always say there are two types of listeners. Can anyone say what are those two types of listeners? Especially this topic is discussed when it comes to listening skills. Anyone knows about that?
Passive and active listeners.
Excellent, mind master Shamila. It's about active listening and passive listening. And what does that mean? Active listening and passive listening. See, when you are in front of someone, any speaker, and whenever the speaker speaks, you have to listen, correct? There is no other way. As long as you can hear, definitely you will listen. But if you are not able to convert it into something that makes sense for you and register it within, then it's a passive listening. You're not going to get benefit out of whatever you heard. You just heard, it fell into your ears, and it went off. After an hour, you don't know what they spoke. You don't know what he or she spoke, correct? That is passive listening. Active listening, when it is called active listening, is when you, that is again, there is also information and knowledge, yeah? Because you listen to something, like for example, we are going to watch a movie, or when you are listening to a speaker, let's say I'm speaking now, right? And you are like 11 or 12 sitting here. Do you think that you all will listen, whatever, you all will understand whatever I am speaking in the same way? No, right? You all would have gone through this world through various experiences. So each word that I speak, each sentence that I speak, you will take it in a way that is more relating to you, correct? Shamita, whatever she understood listening to for 5 minutes may not be the same as what Mind Master Aisha receives. So it's going to be different for each one of them. So how much of it this is, and each one of you, if you're listening, that is called active listening. Active listening comes when you translate whatever I speak to a meaningful information for you or a meaningful knowledge for you so that you can utilize it. That is when, and I said continual learning is a continual process. Now we have one more reason to observe things, listen things around. What is that one more reason? That one more reason is to convert that information into knowledge, right? Whenever you see certain things, whenever you travel, whenever you go for a session like this and you listen to something, pay keen attention and see how much of that information, when I speak, it's just an information for you, correct? When I speak now, it's just an information. How are you going to convert it into knowledge? Just, I cannot tell. This knowledge will be different for different people. Each one of you, this knowledge is going to be different. So this you can tell. But what helps you is to pay keen attention and take that information in a way that it helps you. And that is what is called active listening. And this is important because learning is a continual process for each one of us. So whatever you see, whatever you hear, whether it could be a speech, it could be a movie, it could be a session that you attend, it could be your academic class at school. See that how much of this information that is going into me can be to real knowledge that I can take it forward in my life, that I can apply in my life so that I can enhance my value. I can enhance, who I am. How many of you remember, our great Dr. Samuel Johnson's speech about branding yourself? How many of you remember? I'm sure that Mind Master Aisha would remember it, because even now when I see his recording, he is repeatedly telling your name, Mind Master Aisha. So he was talking about, brand value, right? So all these things that you listen, all these things that you learn, anything that you are able to convert information into knowledge is going to be adding value to each one of you. So anything that you see around, anything that you learn, try to convert it into knowledge. And there are certain good examples that I saw today from Kirtana when she said about planting trees. This is nothing but, trying to take that information into knowledge. Somewhere she found out that planting trees is good. It's going to help environment. This is how you convert information into knowledge. It could be gardening. It, as you were telling, there is no specific objective for it. Objective, you have to decide what the objective. It could be for environment protection. It could be for environment safety. It could be for, you like doing it because you like gardening. The reason could be different. But the moment you start taking actions. So the keyword, you wrote the keyword between information and knowledge is, what is that word? You remember when I said swimming, you understand the theory of swimming, but then what you have to do to make it knowledge? What you have to do? You have to jump into water, correct? And what is that? That is an action. If you know that planting trees is good, we all know that. But how many of us go and plant a tree? The moment you start moving around and plant a tree, that is an action. It's not just reading and understanding it. It could be there in your brain. It could be there in your mind. You know it. But until and unless you're not going to act on it, believe me, it's not going to get translated into knowledge. You understand it? So the keyword, it could be action. It could be any action. Okay, not necessarily a specific action. This you can decide. What is that? I'm going to plant 100 trees. Somebody will say, I'm going to plant 1 tree a day. Somebody will say, I'm going to plant 1 tree a year. That's fine. But there is an action. Without action, the information is not going to convert into knowledge. Riding a bicycle, you know how to ride a bicycle, but until and unless you're not going to sit into sit there and ride it, you are not going to translate it into knowledge. You're not going to know how riding a bicycle makes you feel. You cannot understand it from theory, correct? So action is very important. And excellent point that has been brought by Mind Master Aisha about about family. You cannot know the effect of being a part of member of your family from Google. And I'm so happy in Mind Master Aisha when you said that, because you were talking about a particular objective that we have set in our objective. And I haven't seen it from anyone else. A special congratulations to you, Mind Master Aisha, because when you said what is that one recommended speech topic that you have to select is to being a responsible member of your family. Now that has come because she has gone through the manual that we have. And specifically, when she said that, I felt that the objective of this particular half-an-hour segment is done, because this is what we want from all of you. Because how many of you remember and that is what this whole session is all about. We have listed all the 5 levels, and each 5 level in each track, we have a listed recommended topics that you have to go through. Correct? And when you are able to go through it, that is when you will be able to automatically translate that information into knowledge. And thank you, Mind Master Aisha, when you said that, and at least someone has gone through it. Great thing. And why I'm telling this message here to all of you is, after this session, we are going to send it once again to all of you. It is okay. It is good to understand, to research the topic, come here and speak. But when you start experiencing it, what is that? There has to be an action. You remember how we can convert that information into knowledge? There has to be an action. It is not just you research the topic, take a note of it, make a speech, come here and speak about it. That is just here in our brain, or maybe if you are too passionate, maybe in your mind, but nothing beyond that. If you really want to experience it, if you really want to understand what it is, you need to jump into water, right? Then only you can learn swimming. So the 5-level document that we have, and if you see the recommended topics there, what Mind Master Aisha told is one recommended topic in that first level, first topic in family. So that is the benefit of it. So why are we utilizing this half an hour to discuss this is to help you understand the power of those activity sheets, so that you will really experience it. And she rightly said about, and this exposure or experience, nobody is going to get from Google. Like I remember Mind Master Anaga talking about, walking and exercising. She is not going to gain anything from Google until and unless she is not going to do that. About Python, somebody was typing Mind Master Umair, and he brought a different point about, that is another problem with Google. This current generation, we may call it a Google generation, but the problem with this, and one great thing which he highlighted, Mind Master Umair, is about going to certified people. Google, you may get anything, whatever you want, you can get whichever way you want on a particular topic, you will get it there. Just tell me which way you want. You want for it or you want against it, I can get it from Google. But what is right? What is more authentic? You don't get it. You cannot find out what it is. But you can find out if you talk to certified people. You can find out with a genuine mentor. You can get to know when you experience it. Correct? Somebody is telling you go and just float. You can be on top of the water. Can you be? You go and do it, you will find out. Google may say that you can be floating and somebody may be doing and they will share their experience. But you do it on your own. Then you will know whether you will float or you will sink. So this is what we want from all of you. You all agree with me. I can see you all smiling. You all agree with me or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that is the importance of going through the sheet, understanding each objective, trying to be part of it, which is important. That is again the key word called action. When you are part of, when you are jumping into water, when you start get a bicycle and start riding it, you may fall down, that's fine. But even now, when we were children, we were young, me and Balangal, we never had the luxury of having those two, nowadays bicycle come with those two extra wheels. It will never allow you to fall down. When we learned bicycle, there were not that two extra safety small wheels were not there. So we really fell down many times. And that is how we learn. So it's all about taking action. So even Mind Guru, why we had this particular segment is to see, are we really moving in the right direction? Or are we just trying to get information from here and there and then come here and speak? Ask for yourself. And that is what, Mind Master Shamida rightly mentioned about measuring yourself, which is key important thing. You can take information from there. And then when we say pass it on means by the time you pass it on, we expect that you are reaching the level of what? When you are passing it on, what we expect? You are reaching the level of information, knowledge, and then
Wisdom.
Now, when you are providing a knowledge, when you are passing it on, when you are trying to teach someone how to swim, we expect that you know very well how to swim without drowning, right? Are we reaching there or are we just giving the speech? Tell me frankly. Any inputs? And that's fine. See, again, let me also tell you, well, just because I'm telling that it's not, it's not that it's right or wrong. It's good. Whatever information you are getting it's really good. About Mind Master, our CEO was mentioning about understanding how world works, understanding how money works. At this age, if you are able to understand it, it's definitely going to add value. For sure. Those are all important things. You going through it, getting the information and coming here and speaking, definitely it's adding value. But this program is all about what? What is the key word of this program? Yeah, Mind Master Aisha, I can't hear you.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, now okay. Tell me, Mind Master Aisha.
Sir, moving you in the right direction.
Yeah, but there is one key word in this program
Holistic learning.
Holistic, not learning. There is one more word next to holistic, and that is what
Holistic transformation.
Excellent. Who said that? Whoever said the transformation? Great. So transformation happens only when there is an application of the information that you have. And applying that information that you have is the action that you take. Now, if Mind Master Aisha is helping her mother in whatever household chores, that means she is trying to be a responsible member of her family. Correct? If Mind Master Anaga is going and doing exercise daily, trying to make some difference in her health along with her father, she is trying to be a part of that process. When Mind Master Umair is trying to talk to certified people and understand Python and then try to work on the programs within programming language Python, he is trying to be part of it. Now, when you are part of it, for sure, there is some transformation. And this transformation is what we are aiming for from each one of you. It's not that we just take that information, understand. Yes, understanding information is important because We need that information before you apply it, right? But ask yourself, are we really taking it to the next level about applying that information in our life? And now, if you are able to apply it, I still remember some time back, maybe 3 or 4 months back, when Mind Master Kirtana said that she made a family tree. And there is some action involved in that. Talking to different people, talking to our parents, talking to our relatives, and understanding their extended family. And there is some action. So what is that? This you cannot get from anywhere from Google, right? This you have to, because her family is different from anybody else's family. My family is different from your family. So I can get that information only from my family, right? It is not available in Google. So information is available everywhere. And that is why I said it is relative to you. When I make my family tree, it's a different experience. I cannot get the same experience, or maybe Bala Angle cannot get the same experience that I went through when he make his family tree, correct? I may have different cousins, many people staying in different places. So that's the exposure experience I go through. My only question for all of you today is, are we or are you going through that experience and exposure through this program called Mind Guru? Ask yourself. And definitely, I think that there are many more things that we can add, right? Correct? With respect to the experience, with respect to the action-oriented execution of information that we have and converting it into knowledge. So I hope you all got the message that I wanted to deliver. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes,
Sir.
Okay, now if that is the case, let me quickly take you through the document so that it will make it more clear to all. How many of you remember this document?
Sir.
You remember?
So I read it every time before going to the meeting.
Excellent. What is your track, Mind Master Umair? Career, right?
Yes, sir. Career.
Okay. How many times you have filled this sheet?
Sir, by printing it, I think I filled it like maybe 10 or 20 times. I don't know, but I keep my sheets somewhere after I use them.
Great. So now what we'll do from next session onwards, we will fill this. Okay. Why we are trying to fill this is I will try to bring it back again to the same point which Mind Master Shamita said. It's about measuring ourselves. Even when we are transforming, we need to measure ourselves, right? So if you don't fill it, you don't know where you are. Agree with me or not?
Yes,
So,
sir, can you share this sheet in the group, sir?
I will do that. I will do that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And it's a very self-explanatory sheet. Let me go from top so that everybody will know. This is 5 levels. So for those of you who are new, who haven't seen, especially like, Mind Master Uddhav and Mind Master Abdul and all, we will come to that. Okay. So see, now here we have explanation for each level. I will not be taking you in detail because you all know about different levels, but just trying to tell you what is the information that we have in this document. What are the 5 levels and what is expected from you in these 5 levels? It's very clearly mentioned there. I'll send it to you. Then there is definition about each level. See, this is level 1, fundamentals. And what is expected? What is the objective? Develop your understanding of the fundamentals of the specified aspect related to the chosen track. Okay. So if you have taken health and if you have taken physical activity, understand what is about physical activity, how is going to help and what are they? What you know about this topic. So before you start taking a particular module or before you start preparing speech, try to utilize it. Somebody said that you went and research and all those things on different topics, right? But even before you do that, many of you may be knowing, right? Like physical health. Why we maintaining our physical health is important. Without going anywhere, we all know about it. But okay, but we all know in different level. Our information will not be same. Correct? It will be different. So understand where you stand in terms of that particular aspect, at that particular topic, how much you know about it. Okay. Then that is what do you know about it. Then in this particular aspect, again, if you take physical activity, it's a wide topic. It's a vast ocean. A physical activity you can learn. So have a focus and write down what are the key aspects that you wish to learn, why you want to learn. So then you have a specific purpose. Why are you taking this project? Like, for example, if you take build a family tree. Why are you building family tree? It's not just for the sake of building family tree, because by building family tree, you want to know your cousins, you want to know your uncle, you want to know your extended family. That is the purpose. So define it. Then now once you define it, then you have to plan. What is plan to learn? Plan to learn means you have to search for information. It could be Google, or it could be like as Mindmaster Umair mentioned, go and ask certified people, go and ask your mentor, come and ask to us, me and Bala Angle. We are there always to support you. And not necessary that we are experts in all that field. At least we can guide you to the right people. We have 14 mentors. We can get benefit out of all of them. Then you will understand the basics. Then once understanding, you will list down all your learnings, whatever you had. And then you will prepare a speech. You got it? So now you understand the information, you understood about subject, and you are preparing a speech. And then you have to come and present what you learned. Now, as we move forward in level 2, level 3, your involvement will be more. It's not that in level 1, we want you to get involved and do things. Level 1 is understanding it. Level 2 is what exactly you want to know. That is where your uniqueness comes. In a particular topic, you may want to know a specific aspect. Try to find that specific aspect in level 2. When you find that specific aspect in level 3, you start enhancing the knowledge of that specific target. So that is where this level 3 comes. You enhance your knowledge. And what is level 4? Level 4 is where we want you to get involved in it. Do it by yourself. That is when you will understand it and then pass it on. By the time you pass on, you understand the basics about the topic. You want to know a specific aspect. You enhance the knowledge of your specific. You did it on your own in level 4. And now you know better. Correct? It's like by level 4, you learn the art of swimming. You know how to swim. And now when you know how to swim, you can tell people, see, this is how I learned. I had a coach. This coach asked me to do all these things. I joined the class. I used to go there every week. Now within 2 weeks, I know how to swim. I'm an expert swimmer. So you also can do. So now you come. So by the time you come to level 5 and explain your view, it's like you conquered something. Correct? It's like you achieved something. And then when you explain it to your other members, that will be kind of, passionate approach from you. So that's how the whole levels are built. And from this page, there is like activity sheets for level 1. See, select a topic, your name, which track, which module. So select a topic, list down all that you know about. So you see, you can match it with what is written in that. List down all that before you start your speech. List down all that you know. Key aspects you wish to learn. You want to learn about this particular aspect. Write it down here. What is your plan? Do you want to go to a mentor? Do you want to go to a coach? Do you want to ask a certified person? Do you want to allocate yourself some time to understand it better? Maybe from Google or read a book, whatever it is, have a plan. And then once you execute it, you have your learnings. And then you write down what is that you're going to speak. Okay, does it make sense now?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that all the projects that you have done so far will be more meaningful if you do it this way?
Yes.
100% yes.
Great. So now, so this is about level 2 and all. You can just read it. It's all 5 levels. We have this activity, and then see now for each track we are giving you a recommended topics. It is there. Whichever track you are taking. Take health. Health. We have module 1 is physical activity. Module 2 is balanced diet. So what are the topics? Importance of physical activity in your life. Benefits of physical activity. The more you go, social media. If somebody is know about social media. advantages and disadvantages. So like that, there are recommended, and it's not necessary that you have to take recommended topics, but have a topic. Okay, not just physical health. What is that you want to know? See, now, this is what Mind Master Aisha was telling. See, in family, she has taken in relationship, she has taken family, and see, being a responsible member of your family, that is what she was mentioning. How can you be a responsible member of your family? Building a family tree. How can you build a family tree? Enhancing your family bonding, like, during dinner time, have some games, play some games, so that you will enhance your family bonding. So those are the recommended tracks that we have. So go through this. See, for all the 6 tracks, we have recommended goals. Like, for example, module 1, this is for self-development. Add a new skill set. Recommended topics, express your skill to the world. What are the skills that you already have? Everybody will be having different skill. A skill I am about to learn. So some new skill you want to add. And you can repeat these projects. You may add more and more skills as we move forward. Okay, so that is the document that we have as far as the 5 levels are concerned. We will once again send this to all of you. But what we want from all of you is to see that we are sticking to this approach, so that you will all convert the information that you have into knowledge, and eventually you will all have wisdom, so that you can pass it on to the other members of the Mind Guru program, or anybody in your school, in your class, your cousins, your relatives, anyone, your friends. So does that make sense? Do you think that, by doing this way, you can have, you can translate information into knowledge, and at the same time, you can also transform into a better person? Do you agree with me all?
Yes.
sir.
Great. Great. So we will send you this immediately after this session. So next segment onwards, we want you to fill those things, so that, as Mind Master Shamita said, there will be a measurement. And imagine after some number of class, now we are going to be 1 year from last September. Now let's say if you have filled those sheets right from last year, what would have happened? You would know what all things you learned. If you take a printout, file it, each module that you take, file it what you learned. It's part of your measurement process. And as we move forward, by doing so, you may be finding your own passion in life, which you can really utilize it for finding a better career, finding a new hobby, finding a new or adding a new skill set to your life. These are all your treasures. And everything that you have there in that piece of paper is already your knowledge, not just information. It just not, it's not from Google University, it's your own university. Coming from Google University and coming from your own university is, you know this fact, right? Our own university is much bigger than any other university in the world, be it Harvard, or Oxford. Right? You agree with me? It's our own university. It's our self-conscious. It's our pride. We don't need somebody else to certify who we are, as long as we know who we are. So that's what the message that we wanted to convey as part of Mind Guru, because we wanted to have a shift in our learning process. Somehow we were doing it good. So now you all know what Mind Guru program is all about. Let's see that this is going to be, enhancing the learning curve into a next level. So will you all be doing it?
Yes, sir.
Great.
Sir, I'm also changing my track. I'll also be changing my track.
Up to you. You're all free to select your track, go through the module, understand it, and then whichever track you want, let us take it. Even if you want to start from level 1, it's fine. We are not running behind competition or who is first or who is second. It's about our own life's enhancement. So you can even start from level 1 if you want to, start from level 1 once again. So we'll have a more focused approach. Okay. So before I wind up, I want one thing from all of you. Like, at least in the next meeting, we must have 4 speakers. Okay. That's point number 1. Is that okay? We can
Yes,
get 4
sir.
speakers, right? It's not something very hard task. And whichever level you are, I will leave it to you. If you want to start from level 1 again, that's fine. But try using the sheet. So before we start giving speech, let us at least fill the top 2 things. What are they? What is the topic that you have selected, and what is that you want to do? What is that you know about it, and what is that you want to learn by the time you finish this level? Can we have this from at least 4 of you?
Yes, sir.
Is that fine, right?
Yes.
So we are going in for a different curve now. Yeah, we will really find some transformation happening. So it's a new learning curve. Let us stick to that, because the more you are formal in that process, the more you start measuring, whatever we are doing, the benefit is going to be more for each one of us. And that is when we really believe that information can be translated into knowledge. And this is the action that we want from all of you, sticking to this. So at least from next meeting onwards, let us target for at least 4 speakers. Okay. So that, because it's not only about workshop and extempo speech. This is the real thing that's going to transform us. So if you don't have enough speakers, if you don't have enough of you coming and telling us what you learned or how you transform, then there is no transformation, right? Agree with me or not?
Yes, sir.
Good. So wish you all the very best. And I hope that this workshop was very useful for you. And anything that you see in life, have an approach that how you can translate it into knowledge. Wish you all the very best. Back to you, star of the day.
Thank you, sir. Your workshop was indeed wonderful, and we will start using our worksheets soon. And now, as my master Shashwat joined, let's have his speech. So for that, I invite Bala sir.
Thank you, my master Aisha, for giving me this opportunity. So it's really heartening to see an new entrant into the Mind Guru family, trying to deliver his speech with respect to his track. Mind Master Shashwat, he has already given his hint that it's going to be with respect to health. So I believe you know the time limits. It's 4 to 6 minutes. Your whole speech should be. So yeah, the floor is all yours. Go ahead, Mind Master Shashwat. Your 4 minutes.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Right away. Yeah, go ahead.
Wait. I'll just lower my. Okay. Good morning, good evening, everyone. Good afternoon or good evening, everyone. My name is Shashwat Gohil, and I study in class 8. And today my track is health, and I'm giving a speech on module 1. So my topic is benefits of physical activities. So what are the benefits of physical activities we will discuss right now? And the benefits are: you can reduce your risk of heart attack, manage your weight better, have a lower blood cholesterol level, lower the risk of type 2 diabetes and some cancers, have lower blood pressure, have stronger bones, muscles, and joints, and lower risk of developing osteoporosis, lower your risk of falls, recover better from periods of hospitalization or bed rest, a healthier state of mind. A number of studies have found that exercise helps depression. There are many views as to how exercise helps people with depression. Exercise may block negative thoughts or distract you from daily worries. Like if you have any worries, you can have physical exercise, and it may block your negative thoughts and distract you. Exercising with others provides an opportunity for increased social contact. Like if you are exercising with your friends, and and it develops your relationship between them as you are regularly physical, you are exercising with them. Increased fitness may lift your mood and improve your sleep. As you get more and more exercise, you get more and more tired, and you can have better sleep, and you can like improve your sleep patterns. Exercise may also change levels of chemicals in your brain, such as serotonin and endorphins and stress hormones. And all this about physical activities, you should at least aim for at least 30 minutes a day for your physical activities. Like you should exercise at least 30 minutes a day. I especially do 45 minutes of yoga. So to maintain health and reduce your risk of health problems, health professionals and researchers recommend a minimum of 30 minutes of moderate intensity and physical activity on most preferably all days. And like you can have at 21 days, as Moli uncle said, that if you keep on doing a thing on 21 days continuous, it becomes your habit. So try mostly 30 minutes, and like keep up your streak. And ways to increase your physical activity. uh, Increases in daily activity can come from small changes made throughout your day, such as walking or cycling instead of using the car, getting off a tram, train, or bus stop earlier and walking the rest of the way, or walking the children to school. Like if you are going to school and it is near, it is preferred to walk, because it increases your physical activity. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Great attempt, Mind Master Shashwat. Being the first time, still you gave a very inspiring note how physical health can bring in and sea of change in individual's life, and how important it is to be consistent and regular. You talked about power of habits, how doing it for 21 days can bring in momentum. I see a hand raising up, Mind Master Umer. You want any points to be clarified from Mind Master Shashwat?
No, sir, I don't want to ask anything, sir. Sir, I just want to know who is the timer and if he recorded the time, because in the
So I have recorded the time. It's 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Thank you, Mind Master Umer.
Okay, sir.
Great, thank you. So the point, so wonderful attempt and great beginning for the whole process, Mind Master Shashwat. But if you have gone through today's presentation of Back to Basics from Murli sir, still your experience, your actions with regards to this informations were slightly very little. Out of this 4 minutes and 20 seconds, I was listening very carefully. Probably for a 30 seconds period, we had that inputs. What is that you are doing? So the more you bring in your angle to it, then that is when that transforms into knowledge and wisdom later on subsequently. So thanks for this opportunity, and I hand over the stage back to Mind Master Aisha, the star of the day. Over to you, Mind Master Aisha.
Thank you, sir. The next session is an Extempo session, which will be conducted by Mind Master Anaka. So please help me welcome Mind Master Anaka.
Thank you, Mind Master Aisha. So I will be conducting today's Extempo session. So the first question is, if you could be any character in a book, who would it be? I repeat, if you could be any character in a book, who would it be? Speaker number 1 is Mind Master Uddhav.
So Uddhav, you can talk for 1 to 2 minutes. You can talk about this topic, what you have been given by Mind Master Anaka. You're clear about the topic, right?
No, what's the topic? Can she repeat again?
Yes. If you could be any character in a book, who would it be?
Okay.
Mind Master Uddhav, it could be anything. Feel free, whatever comes your mind, you can speak. The floor is all yours. There is nothing right or wrong. Just go for it.
I would like to be an
Whichever character comes to your mind, feel free. Just go for it. Relax and give in.
I would like to be an wealthy man.
Okay.
Okay, Mind Master Uddhav. So the second question is, women make better managers than men. Your comments. I repeat, women make better managers than men. And the speaker number 2 is Mind Master Aisha.
So thank you, my Ms. Chandaka, for giving me this opportunity. So the topic given to me is women make best managers than men, and my comments for it. So I personally think it's just the difference of thought. So sometimes in some topics their opinions can be different. Like women can choose some other opinions and men can be other opinions. So, the better one makes the best, I guess. So we can't say women is the best of all out of you know uh, out of men, but sometimes men can also be the best than women. It is based upon their thoughts and what they choose in one topic and all. So yeah, that's my answer.
Thank you, Mind Master Aisha. So the second question is, leadership cannot be taught, it can only be learned. Your comments. I repeat, leadership cannot be taught, it can only be learned. Speaker number 3 is Mind Master Shamita.
Mind Master Amita, looks like probably there is some connectivity issue with Mind Master Shamita, I believe. We'll wait for some time. If not, we can ask another Mind Master to approach this and then we can go back to Mind Master Shamita later on.
Yes, sir. So speaker number 3 is Mind Master Abdul.
So, Abdullah Had. Mind Master Abdullah Had. Probably is not here currently. So, any other member you would like to attempt this one, Mind Master Another?
Sir, can Mind Master Kirtana do this question?
Yes, I can. Good evening, everyone. I am Mind Master Kirtana Viju. I got an extempo topic that leadership cannot be taught, it can only be learned. Yes, leadership cannot be taught, it can only be learned. That leadership can't be just injected into someone. It can be learned, only learned, because we can be a good leader only if we practice to be a leader. If we practice it and if we experience how to be a leader, we can be the best leader if we try. If we try hard, if we practice it, if we experience it, we can become a best leader. So I will tell that more than teaching leadership, learning leadership is effective, and that may be the best way to become a great leader. Thank you.
Thank you, Mind Master Kirtana. So the next question is, You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Comment on this. I repeat, you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. So the next speaker number 4 is Mindmaster Lakshmi.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, we have to see the whole staircase because we have to know what we are doing. But we should focus on the first step. Thank you.
Thank you, Mindmaster Lakshmi. So the next question is, patience is when you are supposed to be mad, but you choose to understand. Do you agree or not? I repeat, patience is when you are supposed to be mad, but you choose to understand. Do you agree or not? Speaker number 5 is Mindmaster Shamta. She's there, sir.
1 minute, my master. I saw her coming in, but looks like there could be an internet issue. Maybe we can quickly listen in from other mind master. If not, we can quickly go in for a closure for this one. Mind master.
We can do the closure.
Yeah, is there anyone who would like to attempt this topic? I think Mind Master Manav is there. Mind Master, even Shashwat's issue, internet is having some issue, I believe. So, Mind Master Umair, would you like to attempt this topic?
Sir, can you repeat the topic?
Yeah, Mind Master Anaga, can you repeat the topic for Mind Master Umair?
Yes, sir. The topic is patience is when you're supposed to be mad, but you choose to understand. Do you agree or not?
Good evening, everybody. Today I'm speaking on the topic, on the extempo topic, that patience is when you're supposed to be mad, but you choose to understand. Yes, patience can be sometimes where you may choose to be mad because you may get tired of waiting, because may get tired of being patient for all the time, but if we understand patience, if you understand the patience, then it will result in less drastic changes. But why should we keep patience? Sometimes we ask this ourselves. um, Patience is a way of keeping calm, not a it is not a way of getting mad. So you should understand that patience should not be a way to become mad. It should become a way. It should be a way that you should understand about patience, like waiting in line for about 2 hours. You may get mad because you have to, like, when is going to be over, and then you may get rage. You may install your rage mode in there, but think about all the loss, and think about how the community will think about you. Maybe they'll think that, why is this person is like screaming like hell? Can't he just wait for a few seconds? I'm just saying. and also, nobody will respect you anymore. And also the store in which you rage, maybe they'll ban you from going to the store. But if you waited, then you will not be banned from the store. You still have your respect, and you will not become viral for being mad. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mindmaster Umair. So that's all for today's session. I hand over the stage to the star of the day.
So, I think the star of the day has dropped off, and looks like she could probably have some net issues, but it's fine. So, till the time she reconnects and back. So, thank you, Mind Master Anaga, for taking us through that very interesting set of
Sir,
extempo
sorry,
questions.
sir, I couldn't unmute it. You called my name, I think so.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. No worries.
No, sir, I was in washroom, sir. I'm
It's okay,
so sorry, sir.
That's
I should
perfectly
have
fine.
informed. I should have informed you, sir.
That's okay. It's okay. No worries, my master. Perfectly fine.
Okay, sir.
Understandable. So thank you, Mind Master Anaka, for taking us through that very interesting and engaging set of extempore topics. Thank you. And equally well
Thank you, sir.
attempted, pleasure. So equally well attempted extempore speeches. So congratulations, even Mind Master Uddhav, being the first time you were courageous enough to even attempt it. That's all it matters. Whether you spoke in the right tone you would like you to present it or not, this is just a practice. So don't worry if you have not matched up to your own expectation. This is a platform where you can practice it. That is what it is all about. Okay, so all congratulations. And all the topics, Mind Master Kirtana, Mind Master Umair, Mind Master Lakshmi even, so attempted the speeches in a very precise way. So to listen more about how we could have done better, let us have the evaluation done by our evaluator for the evening. Mind Master Umair, floor is all yours. Go ahead with your evaluations.
Okay, first I'll start with the speech. I'll just read out the timing for my Master Shashwat. 4 minutes 20 seconds and about point 33 seconds. Okay, and also to evaluate his speech, I'm going to invite Murali Krishan sir, who is an engineering graduate and a certified reliability professional. He's the founder director of Mind Academy, and also he's the founder of the Toastmaster Club, and he specializes in area and communication, leadership, career orientation, development, mentoring, counseling, and change management. The floor is all yours, sir.
Thank you, Mind Master Umair, for that long introduction. I'm always, wondered about, how you manage to get those information from, the way your eye for detail is quite inspiring, Mind Master Umair. Anytime you introduce or bring in things, I've always noticed that you went into details and try to bring something new. I've heard many people introducing me, but change management, career orientation, and all those things, I haven't heard from it. But anyway, thanks for that long introduction. Indeed, inspiring. And to be frank, this was an extempore session for me for the evaluation. But anyway, let me take this opportunity to first congratulate Mind Master Shashwat. Hats off to you, Mind Master Shashwat. A round of applause to Mind Master Shashwat for this wonderful topic that you have brought in. First thing that I noticed was you played this game by the book. We were talking about the 5 levels to mastery document and all. When you were explaining, I've seen that you have selected a recommended topic about benefits of physical activity. That itself shows that how studious you are, how you try to play the game by book, and that is something which is very important. We have been here for almost a year, and today's specific segment was to have a focused approach towards the learning curve. But I'm so happy that you started your first session or first speech itself from the basics. Hats off to you, Mind Master Shashwat. And also the points that you brought in were really great about what are the benefits and all. And you also listed about a couple of things that were not discussed today, but about the 21-day habit, inculcating a particular habit, practicing it for 21 days. So you also try to sprinkle in messages here and there when you brought in that topic related to physical activity, physical health. Great start, Mind Master Shashwat, and wish you all the very best as we move forward in this transformation journey. But however, this platform is all about transforming ourselves and trying to see where we can have that slight edge and see that we move forward in this journey. And what I felt was that what you could have done differently. I think Bala Engel mentioned it in his address immediately after your speech. To see what is that you of course talked about it towards the end, But if you could have placed it like the knowledge part, how the information part is fine, how you are able to transform that into knowledge, that would have elevated this into a different level. But again, this is your first speech, and the courage to come forward and speak itself is tremendous. So those are the main things that we look as a starter. So all those things you managed it in an excellent way. So wish you all the very best, and let's see, and that you inculcate or you bring in those aspects about transforming information into knowledge in the upcoming speeches. So all the very best, Mind Master Shashwat, and back to you, Mind Master Umair.
Now that the speech is evaluated, I'll be evaluating the extempore speeches. First of all is Mind Master Uddhav Singh Mahapatra. So sorry if I can't say a name, but anyways, you actually had the courage to actually go and speak up in your in the first time. So but even if your speech was short, it was like delivered in the right way, and like it was like your first time, so I can't really blame anything on you because it's like your first time making it extempore speech. So hats up to you. Congrats. Anyways, the second speaker is Mind Master Aisha. Yes, Mind Master Aisha, you had done really well. You had done in the time. The only thing that is negative is that stop. Yeah, stop saying that over less time, because like if you say means that you don't know anything, but if you like just wait for a while, then say, then there's no problem, but just stop saying like that. But anyways this is like just extempore speeches, so we can like improve. The third speaker is Mind Master Keetanash. She did absolutely excellent. Topic was delivered rightfully. And also, I have nothing negative to say about you. Nothing negative to say about you, and also congrats. Now the fourth speaker we have is Mind Master Lakshmi. First of all, your speech was, I mean, a little short, but at least the message was delivered rightfully. The speech was short, not like 5 seconds only, but at least the message that at least we could understand that what is your message from that speech. And also the fifth speaker is me. Anyways, I can't evaluate my own speech, right? I think like my master Bala sir will have to.
Sure, Mind Master Umair. That's indeed a nice way of understanding it. So, as always, you had a lot of information being put in a very detailed way with respect to I would say a slightly and challenging topic, but you didn't lose the hope. The best thing to attempt anything is to attempt. So, and perfectioning that is a process. So that you did well. But having said that, when you attempt a speech, understand or go to the YouTube for Mind Academy, listen to all the Mind Guru sessions where you have been part of Mind Master Umair. You have this habit of repeating it, because I had this habit saying when I was listening to your speech today, there was too much and there was as I say, so that repeating happens. Why? Because you're looking for some points in your mind and you're using it as a filler. Okay, consciously take a pause. If you're looking for some points in your mind, take a pause and proceed. that will help you as a speaker, and that will put you in a better footing when you express your thoughts, Mind Master Umair. You rush your points, don't rush. Take a pause, take a break when you repeat any sentence twice. Okay, Mind Master Umair?
Okay, sir.
Wonderful. Back to you, the evaluator from the speaker.
Okay, so now we have evaluated both of we have evaluated the speech we have evaluated the speech and the short extempo speeches. So now I would like to give the mic back to the star of the day, my Master Aisha.
Wonderful, great. As my Master Aisha is still not yet back, so I'll be happy to take it forward on her behalf. Wonderful evaluation process you have taken through. What I liked about the evaluation process which you've taken today, my Master Umair, is you were extremely positive. You were extremely supportive. You were extremely accommodative when you were having a word with Mind Master Uddhav, who's joined in for the first time. You had a lot of positivity and spirit of camaraderie you were building it up. That's a nice gesture from you, which you expressed today as a leader. Wonderful. So now we have certain points to discuss. So before we get in, Mind Master Uddhav, now there is no topic. Now there is no boundaries. If you would like to share your thoughts and views, how you experienced today, we will all listen from you. You listened patiently, all of us. Now it's time for us to listen. How did you feel the whole session, Mind Master Uddhav?
It was really interesting. I liked it.
Great. So
Everyone actually I didn't knew, so that's why today it was my first day, so I didn't knew anything. So I learned a lot today.
Understandable. Wonderful, Mind Master Uddhav. As you rightly said, being the first day, but you were courageous enough to attempt when you were asked to speak even in an uninformed way. That speaks a lot as a speaker in you. So all the best going forward as part of your transformation is concerned with respect to Mind Guru and with Mind Academy.
Thank you, sir.
Most welcome. So Mind Masters, couple of points I thought we should be discussing in here. So as we understand that this evening time is a kind of a prime time, so most of you get kind of tangled in with some tuitions and other stuffs. How about rescheduling it on Saturday mornings? Next time when we have, today is what, 7th of August. When we are going to meet on 21st August, how about having it on morning, 12:30 Indian time, 10 o'clock Saudi time, 10 o'clock Bahrain time? Is it okay for all of you?
Yep. Yes,
sir.
sir.
To come?
Pardon me?
Yes.
Sir, to go on a meeting, right?
Not tomorrow. 21st of August when we meet, rather than meeting at 4:30, is it okay to meet at morning 10 a.m.? Is it okay?
Oh yeah, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's okay.
Great.
10 o'clock Saudi time.
Yes, 10 o'clock Saudi time, 12:30 Indian time. So as
Okay.
most of the team is comfortable with that, so I think maybe we'll just put it in the group as well. So the second point is speakers. Yes, Murli sir.
Well, before we move, is there anyone who is having issue with that timing?
Mind Master Anaga, Mind Master
Anyone?
Kirtana, Mind
No,
Master
for
Lakshmi.
Bahrain, Saudi and all, it's 10 a.m. instead of 4:30. India, it will be like 12:30. Saturday, same day, but only time difference. Okay, good.
Right.
So there is none of them having any issues. Sorry, Bala, for the interruption.
No issue, sir. Thank you, sir. So that point is covered. So speakers, 4 speakers, anyone. Mind Master Umair was showing volunteer to go through it. But the point, Mind Master Umair, is you have to go through the worksheet. We have to have this transformation of going through this action points to convert the information and knowledge. So you're ready to go through that process.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Great. Any more volunteers? Yes, sir.
Well, just one more for the information of all of you Mind Masters. I've already posted the PDF document in our group, so you can take that from our group. It's already there in the group. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So the 5 levels to mastery PDF is already there. You can look into it for more details. If you want some clarity, just revert back to us. Okay. And having said that, is there any other volunteers for speech for the next session? Apart from Mindmaster Umair?
Sir, can I volunteer?
Most welcome, Mindmaster Abdullah. Great. So we have two speakers. Wonderful. So we have the third speaker, Mindmaster Kirtana. That's really great.
Sir, I will also.
Who's the fourth
Sir,
one?
Shashwat.
Mindmaster Shashwat. I didn't see your video. So now that's wonderful. So all four of you got your worksheets there in the group. Just go through it and understand it. Don't rush, but try to, even if it is a small step, let us move in the right direction. So that's what is important. So,
Bala, just one thing to add. For all four of you, if you can, if you see the sheet, whichever level you are, go to the activity sheet and just send us. Where is that? Let me just send us or put it in the group. 1 second. Let me open it so that 1 second. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See this, whichever level you are, just fill this sheet. See level 1 activity sheet. Whichever level you are, just fill the, you're up to your plan. What is that you want to learn, your topic and things like that, and post it in our group, or you may send it separately also. Okay.
Sir, can we do this? Write this on a piece of paper or
Yeah. Not necessary that you have to take printout, or even if you can type and send it. We just need to know which topic, which track, and what is that what you know, and what is that you want to learn. The objective.
Sir, writing on this given space will be a bit difficult. That's why I asked.
Yeah, you can write it, or you can separately write, or even you can put it in WhatsApp as a text. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. So all the very best to all of you.
Okay, sir.
Back to you, Bala.
Thank you, sir. So with that note, it was once again a great engaging session with a lot of discussion, engagement. So we learn by sharing what we learned so far. So that is one way of learning. So thank you, Mind Masters, for joining with us today. One more Mind Gurus session. So see you all in 2 weeks' time on 21st of August. Till then, take care, stay safe.